It was June 14th to be exact, 2017. I wasn't feeling well at all. I had shortness of breath, a bad cough. I couldn't even lay down flat. I couldn't go up and down the stairs in my home. And then I couldn't sleep at night. I was sleeping on my knees. My ankles were swelling up, and it scared me. And I started looking online, what is going on here? And then I saw that could be heart issues, lung issues. So I immediately told my wife, take me to the emergency room. And she was like, well, maybe we can go to the doctor. I said, no, take me to the emergency room. So we got to the emergency room. Nobody was in the emergency room. So within 10 minutes of entering the emergency room, I was in the back with a hospital gown on. So they came out and told my wife that, you know, he's going to need emergency open heart surgery right now. They explained to her the risk of the surgery. They were concerned because they weren't able to communicate with me because I was unconscious. I never regained consciousness, but I was stable enough for them to take me into surgery. During the surgery, they determined that my mitral valve could have been repaired, but it would have taken too long to repair it. So they replaced it with an artificial valve. So again, they come out and they tell my wife, they say, we completed the surgery, but the next 24 hours will determine how successful, you know, the surgery was. It's going to be a rough 24 hours, they said. The way I took that and the way my wife and my sister and the rest of my family took it was, you know, he may not make it during these next 24 hours. The normal routine stay after open heart surgery is about a week. You're in ICU for 2 to 3 days. I was in ICU for 8 days. There was trouble with my breathing. I think I had partially collapsed lung, which healed. It was really rough. Fast forward a little bit, December 30th last year, the day before New Year's Eve, we had like a wintry mix. Me and my kids were going to get something to eat. It was a Saturday night. So we stop at a gas station and I get out of the car to wipe the ice off of the windshield. And all of a sudden the feeling came over me where, weird feeling, I can't even explain it. And all of a sudden I just stopped. And my daughter looks at me, she's in the front seat, and she looked at my son in the back and he jumped out. He said, "You okay?" I said, "You go ahead and wipe the snow off the car." And right then, boom, my ICD shocked me. And I said, "Nathaniel, this thing just shocked me." And he didn't know what was going on, you know, and he just kept doing it. Wiping the snow off the car, 30 seconds later, boom, shocked me again. So I felt better after that. So we continued to go where we were going, and we got there and they went in to get them their food. And I said, "Oh, what am I supposed to do now if this thing shocks me?" Because I'm never expecting to be shocked. Oh yeah, I need to call the doctor. It was about 7 o'clock Saturday evening. So I called, they said, "Well, go to the emergency room, make sure everything is okay." So me and my wife, we went there and they checked it out, said, "Yeah, it shocked you twice. You should have been shocked. You were in severe chronic AFib for the last 24 hours. They said pretty much this thing saved your life by shocking you. They said that that's something though, because your heart is in normal rhythm. Now, I had been in AFib for I don't know how long, but that shock put my heart back in normal rhythm. So they sent me home, And I had to follow up with my cardiologist that next few days after that. So we went to him, they checked me out. You know, everything looked good, the numbers looked good and everything. And he said, yeah, you're out of AFib, you're in sinus mode, which is, you know, normal heart rhythm. I said, oh, that's good. He said, yeah, he said, well, usually when kind of AFib you had, when something like that happens, you go back into AFib. And my wife said, does he have to go back into AFib? And he said, well, you know, he would be one of 1,000 people if he doesn't go back into AFib. And we looked at each other and we said, you don't know the God we serve. So, okay, after that, we left. We followed up with him a couple weeks later. Heart still in normal rhythm. And that was December. Here we are in November of 2018. My heart is still in normal rhythm. Always know that somebody's there praying for you. That somebody needs you. Somebody loves you. That God is in control. He's a healer. He's the great physician.